All right, y'all, let's get to it. Game 2 at the Candy Jar in Cooperstown, New York. The Los Angeles Dragons ahead 1-0 in the series, and 37,000 fans, almost 36,954 fans here to watch Game 2. It's going to be Charles Ziersch on the mound for the home team. Decent season overall, ERA in the low threes with just over one. And against the Dragons this season, 2-2 with a 2.43 ERA. On the mound for the Dragons, another lefty, Jason McKee. Pretty average season, at least in terms of one-loss record. A little bit better on the strikeout front, not much better. The impressive thing about both of these guys, though, both these kids 20 years old. That is less than half the age of manager Ben Vincent, and I assume also manager Christopher Lee, both of whom are old fucks. Let's get started down to the field. And take a look at the defense for Cooperstown. Behind Zersh here, we've got Garris at third, Fowler at short, Eric Gunter at second base, making his debut in the series, and then Nick Dallas over at first. In the outfield, Jonathan Davis made a couple of nice plays in yesterday's game. Tony Ochoa out in center, and Vic Rodriguez in right field. And first up to the plate for the Dragons is Wei Kang Zhu. My Mandarin, not what it once was. But in any case, Zhu, a surprise in the leadoff spot, mostly because he's a catcher. And what kind of maniac bats a catcher at leadoff? Let's see how it works as we go down to the field for the first pitch. It's an 0-1 count. And we do this dizzying zoom around the stadium one more time. There's the pitch. Zhu looks like he's going to ground out easily to Dallas. And I'm noticing more than anything that I forgot to update the Dragons away uniforms yet one more time. So apologies, Ben. Hopefully they can play in white and not mess everything up for you. Next up, Jorge Coriano, I'm sorry, the center fielder. 2 for 5 in yesterday's game. The 3-1 pitch, and it's low. He walked him. Just missed on that one, but he puts a runner on. So 1 out, runner at first for Carlitos Genes. Hitless in yesterday's game, but can be dangerous at the plate, especially against lefties. Like I said, easy strikeout on the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Ziersch has got his first punch out of the game. That brings Matt George, third baseman, 0 for 5. The middle of this lineup, as productive as this lineup was in the last game, the middle of this lineup did not get it done. But here's a chance to redeem themselves. Full count. Oh, man, that didn't look like a strikeout, but the ump says it was. George not happy with that one, but he's on his way to the dugout, and they're out of the inning. No runs on no hits for the Dragons to start things off. And here, in the bottom of the first, here comes Cooperstown. So around the defense here, you've got Matt George at third, Zachary Johnstone had a great game yesterday at shortstop, Felipe Lara at second, and then Carlitos Genes over at first. Wei Kang Zhu, as we mentioned, behind the plate. Bobby Collier, 2 home runs in yesterday's game. Just an absolute monster performance as the left fielder. Jorge Coriano in center, and Moises Mendoza out in right field. And let's see what McKee's got. He's got a full count here against Tony Ochoa, the center fielder. And that one's hit back up the middle, but Lara makes the play. Great play ranging over to his right, and got him at first for the first out of the game, of the inning. This half of the inning. I don't know. It's an out. And here comes Matt Hernandez, the DH. All right, sorry about that. Had to close the office door and retrieve a dog. But that's a walk, and that puts a runner at first with just 1 out for Vic Rodriguez, the right fielder. 1 for 4 in the series. First at bat against McKee, the 1-2 pitch struck him out swinging. 2 down now for McKee in the bottom half of the first, and it is Nick Dallas, the first baseman, 1 for 4 yesterday, trying to make something happen. He does not. Another ground out to Lara. Side is retired. They got a walk, but no hits and no runs. And we go to the second inning with the game tied 0-0. Here is Johnstone. He'll be followed by Cantu, the DH, making his debut in the series, and Mendoza. And the pitch to Johnstone. Easy ground ball to second. Easy throw to first. One up, one down. Here comes David Cantu, the designated hitter in to face the lefty. He's only hit 148 against Cooperstown this season. Not improving on that here with another ground out to second. Two up and two down for Ziersheer, and it's Moises Mendoza, the lefty against lefty matchup. The 0-1 pitch, and he gets the bat on it, but does not get it through. 3 straight grounders to Gunter at second, and that'll do it for the inning. Bottom of the second, it's Gunter, the second baseman, who hopefully isn't too tired from doing all the work last inning. Followed by Davis, and then the catcher, and massive disappointment to everyone, including his parents, Vieira. And Gunter puts a 2-2 pitch into play, down in front of the center fielder for a base hit. First hit of the game for either team, and the leadoff hitter aboard for Cooperstown in the bottom of the second. Now it's Jonathan Davis, the left fielder. Runner goes. Out by a country mile. My goodness. Country miles even longer than regular miles. Great throw by Zhu. Never a doubt. And it's now 0-2 count with one out and nobody on for Davis. The 2-2 pitch. Struck him out. McKee with his second punch out of the game. And that brings Rich Vieira, the catcher. I'm sure. Oh! Puts it in play, but it's a ground out to second base, and that will do it for the inning. So they get a hit, get a runner aboard, get him thrown out at second, and then go down in order. And it's a 0-0 tie as we start the third inning. It's Felipe Lara, the second baseman, followed by Collier, yesterday's hero, and then back around to Zhu at the top of the order. To face Ziersheer, the 2-2 pitch. That is through for a base hit. That puts the leadoff runner aboard with nobody out for Bobby Collier. See if he can keep the magic from yesterday. Not this time. Fly out to center field. Pretty easy play for a Cho out there. Here is Zhu with the runner at first, nobody out. First pitch he sees, he drives into center. It is going to get down for a base hit. Runner holds at second. Got runners at first and second now for Coriano and just one out. Like to see him get this, at least one of these runners moved over. Anything but a strikeout here, really. If he can get the runners moved over and set the table for the middle of the lineup, they'll be in good shape. And instead he strikes out. Like I said. Zier's third strikeout of the game. Really buckled down here. And it's now 2 outs and runners at first and second for Carlito Genes. Would have been nice to have one of those guys over. Not that it matters. He pops out. Rodriguez runs it down in right field. And that'll do it. So, no, still no runs on 2 hits. Leave 2 runners on base here for Los Angeles in the top half of the third. And here comes Cooperstown to face Jason McKee. It's Garris, the third baseman, then Fowler at short, and Ochoa, the center fielder, at the top of the order. This inning, Garris hits it hard, but more or less right at the left fielder, Collier, and he brings it in. Out number 1 for the inning, and it's Adrian Fowler, the shortstop. Went 2 for 3 yesterday. Looked sharp at the plate. Usually performs pretty well against lefties. Got some wood on it, but doesn't get it through the infield. Hits it right at his counterpart at shortstop, Johnstone, and he is down. So 2 up, 2 down, and Tony Ochoa, the leadoff hitter, 0 for 1 in the game to face McKee again. And this time, he's going to fly out to center field. Coriano ranging ever so slightly to his right, brings it in. So here we go, top of the fourth. Matt George, the third baseman, followed by Johnstone, the shortstop, and David Cantu, the designated hitter, to face Ziersch. A 1-2 pitch to George. He pops that up. It's going to stay fair. It's not going to matter. 4 different guys are underneath it, and they make the catch. Here is Zachary Johnstone, 2 for 5 with a home run yesterday. Surprising first game out of Johnstone. And he keeps it going. Another base hit. Really, really effective at the plate in this series. Getting on base. Runner at first. 1 down for David Cantu, the designated hitter. Hitless in his first at bat. And this one looks like 2. No throw. Johnstone makes a great slide. Breaks up the play. They can't get the throw over from Gunter. Can't get the feet underneath him to make the throw to first. And it's 2 down with a runner at first now for Moises Mendoza. And that's a hard grounder to first base. Pitcher ranges over and takes the throw to retire. No! Oh my God! All right, I apologize for not being able to tell what was going on with the animation, but forget everything I just said. Dallas makes the play at first, but is neither able to beat Mendoza to the bag, nor is pitcher Charles Ziersch. And now we've got 2 runners on and 2 out for Felipe Lara, the second baseman. Lara hits it hard into the gap. That's going to score at least 1, maybe 2 runs. Yep, he rounds second. 2 runs score on that double. Great piece of hitting from Lara. Again, the bottom of this order putting up numbers, and they've got on the board first blood against Ziersch. Collier pop that one straight up. That'll do it, but the damage done. They get 2 runs in the inning. It's now 2 runs on 5 hits through 4 for the Dragons, and here come the big league Jews. It's Hernandez, Rodriguez, and Dallas in this inning to face Jason McKee. Hernandez walked his first time up. This time he's going to ground out to first base. Easy out for Senez, the first baseman, and it's Vic Rodriguez now with nobody on and 1 down. First pitch he sees, he hits right at Johnstone, the shortstop. Another easy out. 2 up and 2 down, and Nick Dallas, the first baseman, looks to change things. 2-2 pitch, struck him out. That will do it. Side is retired in order, and the Dragons come to the plate with a 2-run lead in the top of the 5th. It's Zhu in the top of the order here. Hard hit ball up the third baseline. Garris makes the play, digs deep, makes the throw across. No trouble there on the sharp grounder, and that brings us Coriano, the center fielder, one of the best hitters on this team. And wow. Davis that guy's made some crazy plays in left this series. On a dead sprint, runs that one down in foul territory. I didn't think he was going to get there, but he made it. And here comes Carlito Senez now with nobody on and 2 out. Popped out last time to right field. This time he's going to ground out to second. That'll do it for the Dragons in the 5th. And in the bottom half of the inning, it's going to be Gunter, Davis, and Vieira to face Jason McKee, the lefty. McKee with another strikeout. That's the 4th one of this game. And he's held him to 1 hit. He's also put a runner on with a walk. So far, nothing spectacular, but he's kept control of the game. 20-year-old keeping his composure, even in a high-pressure situation. And here gets Davis to ground out to first. That's 2 up and 2 down. And it's Rich Vieira, the catcher, hitless in these playoffs. Lefty against lefty. Makes contact, but it's easily played by Senez. Again, Senez, one of the better fielding first basemen in the league. And that'll do it for the inning. Nothing across, no hits in the inning. It's 2 runs and 5 hits for the Dragons, no runs on 1 hit for the Big League Chews. And here comes the cleanup hitter, Matt George, followed by Johnstone and Cantu. Hoping to add a couple more. George draws the walk to lead it off. I'm not totally surprised. You don't want to come right at that guy. But that's going to do it for Zirsch. He leaves the game for Sandy Colmenares. Let's take a look. Colmenares, great fastball, good stuff all around. And a pretty good season. His walks, hits, per innings pitched under 1. Almost 10 strikeouts per 9 innings. This guy gets people out, doesn't allow runs, doesn't allow base runners. Cooperstown taking this relief appearance seriously. And here's Johnstown with a runner at first and nobody out. The 2-2 pitch, and he got him. He struck him out. That is what Colmenares does, and does best. And here comes David Cantu. And another punch-out. 2 in a row for Colmenares. And now, just like that, it's 2 down and a runner at first for Moises Mendoza. Lefty against lefty again. Gee, he didn't strike him out, but doesn't matter. Another ground out to second base, and that'll do it for the inning. So they get a walk, strand that runner at first, no hits in the inning. And in the bottom of the 6th, it's Bill Garris, Adrian Fowler, and Tony Ochoa to face Jason McKee. Garris flew out last at bat. This time he's going to draw the walk from McKee. Second walk of the game for McKee. He hasn't let it get to him though. Is not really been threatened yet. Sacrifice bunt, runner on the move. Yep, they got him at first, so the sacrifice works. They cut the runner down at first, get the out, but that takes Garris with decent speed over to second base for Ochoa on the top of the order. Trying to manufacture a run. Full count to Ochoa. He hits it hard at the shortstop, but nothing doing. Johnstone makes the play, throws him out at first. Now I've got 2 down and a runner in scoring position for Matt Hernandez, the DH. Pitch. Hernandez hits the shit out of that. That is going to stay in the park. Yes, stayed in the park, but they had trouble. Mendoza had trouble fouling the ball off the wall. Almost gets him at second, but not in time, and it's an RBI double. 2-1, Dragons lead, but Hernandez gets him on the board, and that'll do it for McKee. Then bring in the lefty Mike Weedling in relief. Weedling, not so much a power pitcher, more of a control guy. Throws 3 pitches, throws 2 of them pretty well. Again, not a power guy, only 7.5 strikeouts per 9 innings, but very effective reliever this season. 2.63 ERA, barely 1 walk or hit per innings pitched. Only gave up 3 home runs in 49 appearances and almost 70 innings. He's a stopper. He's a shutdown reliever. That's what they're looking for as Rodriguez tries to keep the momentum going with 2 outs. Weedling 2-0 count. And that's going to get through for a base hit. They're sending the runner home. He's going to make it way ahead of the throw from center. And a run-scoring single ties the game. Big League Chews not going down without a fight here in the 6th. And you've got a runner at first for Nick Dallas, the cleanup hitter. And Dallas makes good contact, but not enough. Collier runs it down in the gap. And they get out of the inning, but not without giving up their lead. And now it's 2-2 for the Dragons as they take the field in the top, or they come to the plate in the top of the 7th. In the blink of an eye, just like that. They've got to add some more runs. Here's Lara, 2 for 2 on the day. Had an RBI double earlier. This one not going to get down and right. Rodriguez makes the play. And that's 1 down. Colmenares is still on the mound for Cooperstown, and it's Bobby Collier. Collier walks. It's the go-ahead run at first, so that's optimistic at this point. And it's Weikeng Zhu, the catcher. Hits it hard enough to third. They're not able to make the double play not even make the double play turn, so the runner moves over. But now 2 outs, and Collier is not especially fast on second for Jorge Coriano. Coriano strikes out looking. Curveball just clips the zone. Send him to the bench. And we've got another new pitcher here. Dustin Sorey comes into the game for LA. Dragons like this kid. 22 years old. Great fastball, great slider. He's gonna continue to develop, and they're gonna see more out of him, I think. But in 41 games this year, only gave up 2.39 ERA and 1.0 and change for the WHIP here. Very effective relief pitcher. This is a pretty strong bullpen. And a righty, so they're going to pinch hit here. Huffman comes into the game to pinch hit. Huffman is just a guy. So, let's see how it looks. The 2-2 pitch for Dustin Sorey. And the pinch hit does not pay off. Johnstone ranges over just to watch George make the catch at third. And that pop out is the first out of the inning. Here is Jonathan Davis, the left fielder. Righty against righty matchup now. They're not unhappy to see that. He just barely touches that one. Ground out to the catcher. Always impressive. Zhu up out of his stance and makes the play. And you've got 2 down now for Rich Vieira, my favorite player on this team. And Vieira grounds out slowly to second base. 1-2-3 inning for the relief pitcher, and here we are with another reliever now, Dario Soto, in the game. Third straight lefty in the game for Cooperstown. Soto, mostly known for this just ridiculous curveball. That thing is wicked. 2.45 ERA in 38 games played and 55 innings this season. Very effective. 50 strikeouts in 55 innings, almost 1 per 9, or almost 9 per 9, 1 per inning. And let's see what he can do with Zennies, George, and Johnstone, the 3, 4, 5 spots in this order. Zennies gets it in the air, a little bit too much underneath it. Davis, who covers everything from the left field foul wall to the middle of center, it seems, makes the play, and that's 1 down. So here's Matt George, the third baseman, 0 for 2 today, 0 for 3 today with a strikeout. Nice pitch from Soto to get the punch out there, and Zachary Johnstone, last hope for this inning. And he walked him. Johnstone takes first on the walk, and here goes David Cantu, the DH. Not going to get it done. Ground out to short, easy flip over to second base to cut down the lead runner, and that'll do it for the top half of the 8th. I can't believe I missed my opportunity to make a joke about some terrible artist performing the 7th inning stretch, but maybe next time. All right, another new pitcher for the Dragons. It's Tommy Irvine. Looks like a pretty good reliever out of the pen. 33 years old, veteran in his first season like everybody else, but a veteran nonetheless. Doesn't give up a ton of walks, doesn't get a ton of strikeouts, but he gets people out. Throws over 100 miles. I don't think I've ever seen that before. 100 mile per hour plus is his velocity. Let's see what he's got. He's a righty in to face a lefty, Bill Garris here. Start the inning. The 1-2 pitch from Irvine to Garris. Rocks, deals, and he struck him out looking. That was dead center, but Irvine apparently has injured his leg on the play. Faced 1 batter, and they've got to take him out of the ball game. I am sure Ben Vincent's going to be happy about that. And the Dragons go back to the well for Estevan Hotshot Soto. Weirdly, maybe even better. He's day-to-day with the flu. We'll see if that has an impact here. But a 1.57 ERA, a .90 WHIP. This guy gets people out. 11.0 strikeouts per 9 innings. He is trouble on the mound. 96 to 98 mile an hour velocity, but apparently really difficult to hit. Here comes Adrian Fowler, the shortstop, and number 9 hitter to try to make something happen. The 1-2 pitch. Rocks fires, and it's hit on the ground. George misplays it. Johnstone backs him up. Did he get him? Oh my goodness, he did. What a play. What a play for Johnstone. That was impressive shortstop work. Matt George misses the ground ball. It looks like it's going to get through, and Johnstone goes deep, deep to his right to pull it out and then make the throw. Nice play. And here is Tony Ochoa, center fielder, and last hope for the inning. And that is not going to get down. Hangs up in the air. Coriano's able to get underneath it, and that'll do for the Cooperstown half of the 8th inning. Now here, top of 9th, it's Frank Olmstead, the closer, and goodness gracious, look at that. 23 years old. Just impressive in almost every category. Strikes out 13 per 9 innings. Only gave up 2 home runs in 58 innings pitched. Only gave up 8 runs total in those 58 innings pitched. Possibly the best reliever, certainly in this league, probably in all of the majors. And they're going to look to him to shut this thing down so that Cooperstown can take one last chance here in the 9th to pull this out. So it's Mendoza and then Lara and Collier. 0-2 to Mendoza. And he gets it into play, but fly out to Ochoa in center. Almost to the warning track. No real threat there. And we've got a pinch hitter, Solis. It's going to come in to hit. Solis, Jesus, this guy's coming off the bench, and he's better than half the players in my starting lineup. But in any case, potentially could do some damage here, and they're playing the lefty-righty matchup. So the 1-2 pitch to Solis, and he struck him out. That is just what Frank Olmstead does, because there's no way around it. And that leaves the last gasp of the top of the 9th inning to Bobby Collier, yesterday's hero, 0 for 2 today with a walk. And Collier gets called out. He didn't like the call. It didn't matter. That will do it. 1-2-3 inning for Olmstead. Exactly what they needed out of him. And the big league shoes come to the plate in the bottom of the 9th with one last chance to win this game and tie up the series. So Matt Kelly, the reliever in for the Dragons, 37 years old. Not quite as old as Ben Vincent, but old. Excellent pitcher. Maybe not quite on Olmstead's level, but just a hair shy. You get right down to it. 14 runs allowed in 78 innings pitched. It's impressive. .93 walks, hits per innings pitched. Also impressive. Yeah. Let's see what he's got. Crowd on their feet here. It's Hernandez, Rodriguez, and Dallas, the part of the order you want hitting in this situation. And Hernandez 1 for 2 today already. Let's see what he's got. First pitch he's going to see. And he hits it hard at Johnstone again, but Johnstone fields it cleanly and makes the play. So here's Vic Rodriguez. Rodriguez 1 for 3 with an RBI earlier, RBI single. Really just want to get somebody on base, get something happening. But nope, not this time. Flies out to Coriano in center. And that's going to leave it to Nick Dallas, the first baseman, and the final out of the bottom of the 9th. And another ground ball to Johnstone to end the inning. So, headed to extra innings here. Olmstead, the closer, remains in the game for now. He's going to face pinch hitter Tyler Coleman hitting for the catcher Zhang. Coleman, just a dude. We'll see what happens. Struck him out. That's what happens. Olmstead strikes him out on 3 pitches. 3 strikeouts now in 1 1/3. And here's Coriano. He doesn't strike out. That's something. Gets that one down in front of the center fielder for a base hit. Ochoa looked like he had a play on it, but pulls up short. And that puts Coriano on first for Carlitos Zenes with 1 out. Ooh, Olmstead walks Zenes. I mean, this is the problem with your closer pitching a second inning. Not sure that's the right call, and it's the cleanup hitter Matt George now with 2 runners on and 1 out. And George hits into a double play. My goodness, they stuck it out with Olmstead. He makes the pitch he needs to make. They get the double play, ground ball to short, and that takes us to the bottom half of the 10th with the game still tied 2-2. John Rising, the second baseman, came in after the pinch hitter in the last inning. Not particularly impressive hitter by any means. Here he is to face Kelly. And, oh my goodness, George botched the ground ball to third base. He boots it. That puts the runner on. First error of the game for either team. And George kicking himself over there. Hope he can get his head back in it, because here's Jonathan Davis, the left fielder. And he walks him. Rising to second, nobody out. Go ahead run, the winning run at second base, and it's Rich Vieira, the catcher, would-be hero. He lays down a bunt, and that's going to move both runners over. Wow. Ballsy call there to have your catcher bunt. And that moves both runners over to runners at second and third with only one out here in the bottom of the 10th. The crowd is rocking and rolling here. It's Bill Garris, the third baseman now, to try to make something happen. And that should do it. It's a fly ball to right. The runner get in. No, the runner did not get in because why wouldn't you hold up? I guess Mendoza has a pretty good arm out there, but damn, that was an opportunity. And it's Adrian Fowler, the shortstop, with two down now in the bottom of the 10th. And Fowler hits one deep. It's out of here. That's a game-winning walk-off home run for Adrian Fowler. The Candy Jar crowd loses their minds. That puts the series at 1-1. Cooperstown gets exactly what they needed. They win a home game, take the series back to LA tied instead of down 2-0. And it is a 5-2 win for the Cooperstown Big League Chews here on Adrian Fowler's game-winning home run in the bottom of the 10th. Great game, y'all, and I will see you next time.